Hello and welcome to Seagulls Social, Season 2, Episode 23. Of course, we are your boys, Maz, Ryan and Ben. How are we doing, chaps? We all good?
Disaster of a day.
We're all having a bit of a shitty day.
Sell Lewis Dunk, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sell Lewis Dunk?
Sell Lewis Dunk, get rid of him, mate, pony.
Get rid of them all, mate. Bring Dan Burn
get rid
back.
of the whole defence.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we're going to, of course, get into all things FA Cup, our FA Cup exit against Spurs, of course. And it's a big news today. Dan Ashworth as well, obviously left the club.
Exit.
Yeah, exit. So 2 exits, yeah. And Dan Burn, obviously. All the Dans are leaving, so who next?
Triple exit.
Yeah, who next? But right, let's crack on with the first game then, boys.
Yeah, all of us, please.
So first of all, boys, I think was this the first ever game we've all been there? Is that right?
We all went, yeah.
We all went,
and we didn't see each other.
Yeah,
which is brilliant.
Mate, I wish I didn't go. I'll put it that way. I really, really wish I stuck by it and didn't go. We actually tried to sell our ticket. Well, not sell it because that's not right. We tried to get rid of the ticket, but there was no exchange, so we didn't. So we had to go because of the whole Barber thing.
Yeah. Well, also
the whole day was class though. The whole day, like the being at the prison, that was absolutely class. Mate, the atmosphere was amazing in London.
I didn't live it really, to be honest. I didn't live it up to it.
I was going to say because we all had our journey. So obviously, Ryan, you went with your dad, didn't you? You travelled with your dad.
Indeed.
Ben did an all-dayer basically in London.
Yeah,
shock,
some weird.
With a Hasbulla cutout.
Hasbulla.
That's it.
Yeah. Get the badge in as well. And then I on a Friday night went to Old Trafford to watch Man United versus Middlesbrough.
But that was a cracker.
Yeah, absolute cracker. I was in the away end.
What, in the away end? Yeah,
I was in the away end. Yeah,
actually, were you in the away? Fair.
The atmosphere was unreal. Fair play to the Middlesbrough fans. Yeah, it was mad atmosphere.
There was nearly 10,000 of them as well.
I think 9,000. Yeah, I mean, look, they get
over. No, it's over.
So Borough can take 10.
Yeah. I was about to say Borough can take 9.
We can't, right?
But we can't. Yeah. And then I had to travel from Manchester to London, obviously back home, and then I had to literally come in, get ready 15 minutes, and then dash out to North London, which is about 50 minutes to an hour away from mine as well. So, yeah, it was a long old way, and we all had our, but we made it, didn't we, boys? And it was not worth it.
Living like Josh Fusion over that weekend, darting to loads of different football matches. That's what he does.
But yeah, it was not worth it, was it? Really? It was pretty poor. No. First half, especially, they should have been 3-4 up easily. They created much the better chances.
All their fucking goals were literally like, they should just be #gifted if it was an Instagram ad. That's all they were. And then that second goal, my god!
The first goal we got
freak of nature.
Yeah, credit where credit's due. The first goal I was right behind it as well. Like I'm talking, I could literally just see it curl top bins.
Yeah.
I was like, that was.
To be fair, it's very impressive to see a referee score a goal like that. Like I was impressed. I can't lie. Harry Kane, mate.
Harry Kane referee,
he was just. Oh mate, honestly, he just didn't stop moaning the whole way through. Him and Sod were doing my head in. And what's so annoying is the fact that they're both so good. So they can do your head in the whole game, but they're always going to have the last laugh. It's so frustrating. And I'm not trying to sound salty because I know I put that salty tweet on it full time. But I'm not trying to sound salty. But honestly, that refereeing performance, I don't like blaming the refs, but my god. It was.
I didn't notice the referee.
Shambolic. No, Ben, you probably wouldn't even remember it, mate. But it was shambolic. It was.
Nah, to be fair, I don't. Me personally, I didn't have much gripes with the referee. To be honest, I just thought.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. Think
mad.
I think the defence had more issues. Our defence had more issues.
Oh god, yeah, our defence.
Like Webster's assist and then Webster's goal as well. He scored a lovely goal. Took it past Sanchez, bottom corner. That was a great finish from him, wasn't it? And then tripping over his own foot for Harry Kane's first goal. Yeah, like you said, man, great finish, but fuck me.
Yeah, it was a great finish, but it was just poor defending. Like, let's talk about Webster because obviously, look, we don't want to jump on people's backs or anything, and he's been.
No, Webster for England, remember?
Yeah, mate.
In the last episode, Webster for England.
This is the thing. We went from Webster for England to now talking about like him having a bit of a stinker, but
just a bad performance,
Yeah, it was one bad game. We're not saying it's going to happen all the time regularly.
Get rid of Burn.
Yeah, we got rid of Burn. He obviously thought, let's put in a howler. But yeah, no, it was a bad performance. We can't get away from that. But of course, hopefully he bounced back against Watford next. But yeah, he just wasn't. I felt like everything he did just went to shit. Unfortunately for him, like everything he touched,
clearly, same with the Seagulls. Death really got to the whole team, and they just did not perform very well, did they?
Yeah.
R.I.P. Sam.
Yeah, obviously, it wasn't just Webster. I don't want to single just Webster because a lot of players weren't great. Like I think let's spin it on his head. I think Bissouma for me was he is champagne, like champagne player. If there ever was one, he is the definition of a champagne player. He was incredible. And then for me, the rest of the people were average, below par, whatever you want to call it.
My Spurs mate Luke, who's probably watching this so he can watch Ryan cry. I know all of us, to be fair. Actually, no, Ryan will probably do most of the crying. He was basically saying that Basuma was playing or like doing his audition for Spurs or something like that. I was like, mate, he plays like that every game.
And also, he's not
like
bad
every
Spurs.
game.
Like, he just won't go to Spurs, really. He's too good for Spurs. No. He should be playing Champions League football. So when he does leave, which is inevitable,
Højbjerg and Winks over Basuma apparently, but that's Spurs fans, yeah. Some of my Spurs fans, I don't know whether Spurs friends, sorry, I don't know if they still think that.
They must be joking.
I don't know, unless they're trying to wild me up, I don't know. But I'm just like, surely not.
Yeah, I don't think Spurs had enough fans to do that with. I mean, to be fair, that's quite I must admit, their support was
their support was bad.
Embarrassing. Honestly, it was awful. It was so bad. Lovely ground, no atmosphere. It was dry as it comes. Nice ground, but my God, that was some of the worst atmosphere. And I went to Leicester a couple of weeks ago. That was up there with that. It was so bad.
Oh, don't get me started on Leicester fans. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, God, I hate Leicester.
I'm with you on that one, Ryan. I thought the atmosphere was really poor from them.
Rubbish.
To be fair, we were a bit flat as well to our usual standards. But I think the early goal killed us, didn't it?
Because the early goal killed us. Was not like this sort of. It was a bit like there was FA Cup, wasn't it? So there was a lot of people there that don't normally go, as you will. So
it was very hard to get a chant going. It would start it, and then it would get to about 10 people around you, and then it would filter out.
That's what I mean by it was just a bit. I don't know, a bit of an underwhelming away day, to be honest. But
having like those two separate tiers and being
I was in the upper tier. It was really boring. I've got to be honest. It was so dull up there. It just didn't feel like anyone really got it going at all. Some of them were good. Like some people were a bit louder, but it's just hard to get it going.
Off air, Maz. I don't know if because you would have been lower tier as well. And obviously it was electric in the concourse before. Well, I said that to Ryan. He said he was going upstairs. You could hear it downstairs.
Yeah, the concourse there's nothing going on. Yeah,
he said it was dead upstairs though.
Mate, I've got a video, boys. I've got to show you after this. Yeah, I've got a video of like all the concourse and stuff, mate. It was definitely like I felt like because I suffer a little bit from anxiety anyway, but like my anxiety was like through the roof because mate, it was definitely like it was like banging against the sort of.
That's an away day, Mass.
Welcome
to going to games, mate.
This was different. Yeah, this was different. It was like an echo and it was non-stop, and I'm talking like for 20 minutes straight. I felt like like when you're in those in the films and then the Nut House and they just sort of start rocking. I felt like I was going to do that at any point.
And then flares going off as well. It's like people were using their flares up just for the concourse.
But it was brilliant.
It was unreal.
Yeah, it was great to see. It was great to see. Like it just made it like that much sort of more special, I suppose, prior to the kick-off. And then as soon as the game started, literally, as soon as it kicked off, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. But just quickly on the crowd, there was these two guys, or one guy, like to my right of me, and he was obviously we were very close. We were about like 5 rows from the pitch, so we were like super close. And he just kept, when Lloris in the second half was on our side, he just kept like going at him about his drink driving, and I was just like, come on, mate, like.
I didn't realise Lloris had done for.
Lloris.
Did he?
Lloris, he's been done for drink driving.
Mate, I can't lie. Yeah, Chelsea away. All I ever did the whole game. As soon as Alonso touched the ball, murderer every single time. So I can't even be.
I get it.
Even at the Amex, everyone was booing him as soon as he gets the ball. You just got booed.
Yeah, but like, do you know what it was for me? It was like I
didn't know Lloris did that.
It was literally just one guy though, and he was just screaming it. Like it was just one guy. There wasn't a big crowd of people sort of following it, and he just kept going. Hugo, you having a drink tonight? And I was like, for fuck's sake. I was like, for fuck's sake.
That's funny. I rate that.
No, it was funny. It was funny, but I was just a bit like, come on, like give it a rest.
What I was going to say, it's gone out my head now. I was going to say something I've completely forgotten. It was about how bad we were, to be honest. But away day aside, it wasn't a great day out. But I just didn't think anything got going at all. We just seemed to not turn up, and I don't know whether that's because people were saying we weren't at the 4. Maybe we were in a bit of a 5. It seemed like it was a bit disjointed first half. I sort of saw it as a 4 because definitely in possession we had Gross playing right back at times, and I just felt like we were just going back to remember that game that we played against Everton. And we got absolutely rinsed, tactically rinsed.
2-0.
2-0, yeah. And we were awful. And it was Gross playing right back, and it was just all a bit messy. It wasn't a real 5, and that's what my point of that tweet was that people tried to rinse me for, was because in the week everyone was. I say everyone. It was a journalist on Twitter and saying that we'll be fine, and I'm not being over dramatic or anything, but if that's how we're going to try and set up without Burn, and that's exactly what I've been trying to say. I'm not saying that the physical person himself, yes, I'm taking 13 million for him, but it's the tactical side of Dan Burn now that we don't have. Without Ben White, without Dan Burn, we don't have that versatile player that could play 3 to 5 positions, as I keep saying, right? And now I feel like we were trying to almost make do with it. We're putting Kukureya there, it didn't really work. We're sort of covering with Webster and Dunk, they looked a bit confused with each other. It just didn't seem too right. When Veltman came on, it was a bit better. That too. Obviously Dunk's been out for a while. It just felt like we didn't really know what to do when we went to a 3, and that was my big concern on Twitter, and that I think I still stand by, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I think the first thing I was actually going to mention was the same thing as you, Ryan. Like for me, and it's not a criticism at Potter. I just don't think he got it right on the day. I just feel like the system in the first half wasn't right. The choice of I think what we essentially played 4 at the back, didn't we? And we had like Gross on the wing, and it just didn't work. We got absolutely done in the first half. They absolutely battered us. They could have scored 3-4 easily. And then as soon as Veltman came on and we had that change of system, I thought we were much better. We looked much better. Yeah. We got into the game.
We had a natural sort of player in that position, which is what the point I was trying to make on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was Naylor that called me out, and I still disagree. I still disagree with him. And obviously he's always going to get more likes than me because he's got more followers. But I was only saying it like, I just don't think that's right. I really don't think we are as good when we don't have a player of Burns' versatility to start changing the team up again, because that's what we did so well with White last season. We could put him defence, we could put him midfield, we could put him on the right, we could put him even on the left at times. We can do that. We could just play them everywhere. Whereas now we've only got Duncan Webster, who can't really do that. Duffy can't really do that. Veltman can go on the right. That's about it. We haven't got any left cover.
I thought Veltman was pretty good.
Veltman was good.
I thought he was pretty good, and he, like you said, he gave that sort of more natural.
He's just consistent, isn't he?
He's just Mr. Consistency. I felt like
the people we were missing though. The people that we were missing, Alexis and Trossard, massively.
Like,
as soon as the ball went past the defence, we were just screwed. It was just literally
Moped a stinker.
It was not working. I hate to say it, but Romero absolutely made it.
Oh, mate, Romero was brilliant. I like.
He was good, actually.
Yeah, mate. First came back.
He was good, actually.
First came back after
he got
3-4 months injured.
He got beaten up, Neil. There's so many clips because Spurs. Again, my Spurs friend sent me a video of Romero versus Neil, basically that Spurs actually posted. And there's just so many challenges on Neil, like constantly getting bodied off. But even Sanchez had a few decent tackles on Neil. I just think, he got bullied that match, unfortunately. And I guess you could argue that's because he was on his own. Was he right for the match? Obviously, you should start him because he's one of our best players. But I don't know, maybe Potter should have thought, if it's really not working out for you, you don't have the physicality to handle it, bring on someone else. But I don't know.
No, but I think it's
he did bring on Welbeck, and then he was laughed at by Royale, wasn't he? Quite a lot. They had a little bit of beef going on during the whole match. Then what did he call him? I can't remember. He was just laughing at his touch. Danny Welbeck had a really pony touch. He was like clapping him. It wasn't great.
It was like also as well. What I was going to say with McAllister and Trossard. I think you're spot on, Ben. Like we missed them massively. I think the first thing was it.
I didn't even realise Trossard was gone. I kept saying it. Like I was like to my dad. I was like, oh, get Trossard on. And I looked at the team sheet. I was like, hang on a minute, he's not even on the bench because I didn't even see him warming up. I didn't even look at the team when I got in.
I know McAllister had COVID, but what?
Yeah, apparently he had COVID or something.
Trossard as well.
COVID as well.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know if that's right, but I don't know. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it might be wrong.
Yeah, but I think you're right, Ben. I think that was so key, like in those attacking areas, especially, and even between the lines. Like McAllister's so great at running in between the lines, and we just missed a lot.
We had Moda almost getting the ball where Alexis or Trossard would sometimes get the ball. And don't get me wrong, Moda wasn't even one of our worst players on the pitch that day, but. There's a few chances that fell to him. You think if it was maybe Trossard or McAllister would have.
It's hard to really think of anyone that did have a good game apart from Basuma, to be honest.
Yeah,
Veltman was already come on and. I don't think it was just an all-round. Everyone was just poor, wasn't it? Really
interesting one. What do you think? Because I saw a lot of positive praise for Caicedo. Like a lot of people were like he was brilliant when he came on. I thought he was all right. I didn't really see the hype between everyone like going, he was brilliant. Like, but I thought he was done well. I don't think he done badly. What do you boys think?
I think he was quite raw, but I thought he was good. Like he had glimpses. I think you could see what he's going to be, like, if you know what I mean. You can see you can see what he's trying to do, and definitely in like 2 or 3 years' time, he reminded me a bit of a young Basuma, really, sort of coming in, trying the skills, but getting bodied off the ball a bit too easily. But I think he's definitely got it about him. You can tell in a couple of years' time,
didn't he? In our actual goal,
and that too,
integral part.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I don't know who tried bodying him off the ball, but he managed to stay on his feet, and I think Basuma ended up picking up and obviously doing what Basuma does.
Yeah,
I think actually shout out to Hugo Lloris in the first half, or no, second half. Sorry. He was the first deflected shot and he saved it.
That was a great save. No, that was first half. That was
a game save.
Yes, how did he save that?
That was second half. It's in front
of
us.
You're right.
Yeah, that one. How did he save that?
That's a game. That's a game saving.
That was a great
save. If that
save,
had gone in, that would have been so early. Maybe something else.
And then, sorry. I know we've really sort of overlooked this one. So again, like I said, I was literally right in front of the goal. Neil Maupay 1-on-1 with Hugo Lloris, and he tried to chip him from 0.2 yards out. Why are you trying to chip the guy when you're literally right in front of him? Just try to slot it past him at least. Like
that was like back in the day. You used to Sesh Ultimate Team. Back in the day, you used to Sesh Ultimate Team. You won on with the keeper, and they would fake to bring their goalkeeper out, and then you would go, chip it, and then they just catch it.
But Ben, it wasn't even like he's literally scooped it a millimetre off the ground, and I was like. What?
Did you see
the camera angle? That time finishing and it goes
Neil,
red. That's what
behind Neil. There was a perfect camera angle, and he could have I know I'm saying he could have, would have, should have. Yeah. I'm not a striker 1-on-1 with Hugo Lloris, but there was clearly the left hand side of the goal had a decent enough space for him to just slot it in there. But
even do you know what? I'd be less disappointed and less sort of maybe angry, so to speak, that if he tried to slot it past him and Lloris saved it, rather than what he tried doing. I think that's what I was most annoyed
about. Scenes if it went in though, absolute scenes. No, if it went in, you would have gone straight to your way fans.
No, of course, but
scenes.
And then that would have made it 3-2, right? Because we were 3-1 down at the time. Yeah,
literally just conceded straight away after scoring.
Yeah. So I think I would have been more, content with him actually trying to slot it past him, and Hugo Lloris making a save rather than what he attempted to do. So that was my only.
I think, to be honest, it just wasn't meant to be. Nothing was meant to be. We weren't getting the bounce of the ball. It wasn't. It just nothing was going really in our favour. It was just. I think the Maupay miss was awful. The defence was awful. Dunk was awful. Webster was awful.
It's a shame for Webster though, because that nil chance. Because obviously Webster literally just gave that goal away, and he played that and brilliant through ball to him to score.
I just don't think we. We didn't deserve anything really. I don't think we can sit here and say that. And people were acting like I didn't think. I thought we deserved to. I don't know where they get that from, because I thought we were rubbish. I really did. I didn't think there was anything that was about the game apart from, as you say, Basuma. I didn't think anyone was any good. Sanchez was having a howler first half. Back to front we were just absolute howler, and just back to front we just looked so poor. And there's not something really we've been able to say this season, so I'm not going to read too much into it. And the way I've sort of left it as is, I'd rather it be the cup that we lose that sort of game and be a bit humiliated by, than if this is in the league and we lost 3-1 to Tottenham away, we'd be looking a little bit more disappointed. But all I can say on that is I wish I didn't buy the tickets and I did go to Tottenham away in the league.
I 100% underestimated Son and his return, because I think that the boost to Tottenham and the fans even.
Yeah, he's class.
And the players clearly
diving cheap, but he's world class.
Diving cheap. Is that right? So he went down holding his leg, and then literally moments later
was fine.
Darted through, and then Webster ran the ball in the net.
Yeah, he's diving cheap, man.
And then final one on this game, just because we'll move on. Final one, the Bergwijn chance, because again we all had a very good view of that. From the other end of the pitch, how he missed. How he missed, I don't know. It was literally.
I know how Dunk gave the ball away. I mean, I'm not coming for all the Brighton players, but it seems like it. But he literally tried. It was an awful pass, and literally went straight to their new boy, who looks weird. For a winger, who I think he's a winger, he's so tall and big.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
Apparently he's quick. I didn't really see that on display, but I don't know. It's quite strange that he's.
What's his name? I don't know what his name was.
Kulilevsky.
And they had Benteke as well. They signed as well.
Oh mate, Bentancur.
Oh, Bentancur, yeah.
That little pirouette he did was unreal.
Skinned Evan Ferguson.
That was so sick. Yeah, that was so sick. Oh, sorry.
Well done, mate. He's 17.
Cheers, Evan's crying.
The Michael Owen one. He's 13. Sorry, I said final thing, but I'm actually going to bring one more thing here on. I thought, and then this might, a lot of, again, we hate to bring up Twitter, but we literally live on there, so unfortunately, it's our only point of reference. Yeah. So I saw a lot of people slating Gross and stuff. Now, just my personal opinion.
Oh yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, my personal opinion. I thought he was okay. Like, I don't think he was brilliant. However,
Yeah,
my only sort of again gripe or whatever was that I felt like he should have taken him off simply just to provide a bit more width. So like he was playing in that wide area, and he's not mobile enough to play in the wide areas. Like in his natural centre position, he's brilliant, he's great. But I just felt like he was wasted in the wide areas because he just doesn't have the mobility, doesn't have the pace, etc., etc. Yeah. So for me, take him off, keep March on, because I think he took March off first.
I thought March was poor, actually. I did think March was poor.
Yeah.
Lamptey came off very early, didn't he?
To be fair, it was slim pickings on who to keep on. But it was very slim pickings.
We're not very good.
Yeah, but Gross, like, for me, was just wasted out on that wing because he was just ineffective. Yeah. He was pretty much a passenger. He was not... He couldn't really do much out there. So, yeah, for me, that was my only sort of say on that, really.
I think we can't be too picky this season because we've been blessed with some class away days, really good days out. Yeah. I think that's the only reason why I'm a little bit like, okay, it's fine, we'll move on. Whereas if this was, if this was a regular theme like last season, we could just rinse everyone every single week. Whereas this season, it's like maybe Watford. If we struggle against Watford, because we've got to be picking up 3. I know we'll get onto that in a bit, but we've got to be picking up 3 points at Watford. But yeah, we'll talk about it in a bit.
Cool. All right, well, yeah, there you go. That is our Spurs roundup. It wasn't a great day at the office, but
no.
But
there you go, Luke. I hope you're happy.
Yeah,
well done, Luke, mate. I hope you're happy. I hope you saw my tears. I hope you're really happy with that, mate.
Yeah, Luke.
Not that I really cried too much, actually. I'm not too bad, so I
can't wait for him to see us.
You'll see me cry more in a minute about Ashworth, mate.
Stay tuned, Luke. Don't
don't go off yet, mate.
You've got the grace and decorum of a dump truck, mate. Yeah, how about
that?
Yeah. Right. Moving on then. Yeah, of course, the big news today, breaking news earlier in the afternoon, was Dan Ashworth has left the club to go and join Newcastle, of all clubs.
Fucking riddance, mate. Tony, done shaggle for the club.
Yeah, we didn't want him
Ever
anyway,
since he
mate.
come here, we've been shit. Yeah,
we didn't want him anyway, mate. Like all joking aside, I'll start us off. Obviously, it's a big loss. We can't deny that.
Ashworth.
We can't deny that. He's obviously a big loss. Like behind the scenes, he's been incredible and he's provided a lot for this club. And it's a massive shame. But again, I think we talk about inevitability, and I think that was always going to be inevitable. As soon as Newcastle approached him, I thought, as soon as they put,
you knew that was going to happen.
You knew that was going to happen. A big disappointment, but it is what it is. And keep the faith in Tony Bloom. That is my piece on it. But yeah, Ryan, I know you were very vocal on this, so kick us off, mate. Go on.
It winds me up because I've done so much studying on technical directors.
Make a cup of tea.
The reason it winds me up so much is because I've done so much research on the business side of football now, to the fact where I can't just let it slide like fans would, like I probably would have done 2 years ago. It winds me up just because it just annoys me because yes, Ashworth 100%. Let's get this out of the way. If I was Ashworth, I'm taking the money, I'm moving on 100%. It doesn't even come into your brain. Treble your wages. It's a sandbox of any director of football's dreams to, be having an unlimited amount of resources. I get it, right? I'll do exactly the same in my career. Take the money, you've got unlimited. You can do whatever you want.
Be reunited with Dan Burn as well. That's probably one of them.
That's the final straw in it. But no, I'm joking. But yeah, I don't blame him for a second for taking the job, right? So that's that bit out of the way before everyone starts saying I'm disrespectful again or whatever I got called earlier. But I think on a business perspective, it's a bad decision. Not a decision, but it's a bad bit of news because it's worrying, I think. And I think now it puts the pressure on us. I'm going to back Bloom because you have to back Bloom because he was here before and he'll be there after. But it now puts the pressure on. We need to make the right decision now. We need to make the right move because David Weir's realistically not going to be the long-term replacement. He'll be the one that's, number 2 in the future to the next guy. But if we're going to look at a summer where we want to really push on next season, we want to, probably spend a little bit of money, try and make ourselves improving. We want to be pushing for that Europa League, right? We want to be pushing for that top 10 finish. Next season, we've got to be signing some players. We need to give Potter the backup he deserves because, yes, we've made some good signings and with some young signings, but Potter needs the players to play with to make the team better, and he can do that. He's proven that. And I think this season, at the end of this season, was, I think, the season where it's like, okay, now we give Potter the funds. Whether we need a proper director of football in that role, and we need someone that's going to be able to do it properly, a proper technical director like Ashworth was. Do I think David Weir's that? No, he was a loans manager. I don't think he's qualified enough to take on that role. I don't know personally, but I don't know my technical directors, so I couldn't tell you a replacement either.
It's kind of written in the stars, wasn't it? Because like it was a month ago when he was made his assistant, Dan Ashworth's assistant. Then you kind of knew that he was probably going to leave, and he was going to teach him the ropes.
Well, yeah. Because I read about Dan Ashworth. His background was obviously he was a player back in the day, and then obviously
England set up.
Well, before FA he went to West Brom. Then got headhunted from West Brom by the FA, and he set up I think it's called like the elite, something about the like elite winning team or something like that. Basically a new initiative that he was a part of. So he's clearly, basically what I'm trying to say is he obviously had a very experienced path, whereas David Weir maybe doesn't have that.
Well, that's the thing. So Ashworth has done it on a very, very, very big stage. He's done it for England. He's done it for the FA. And I mean, you can see what he did at West Brom. I think when he was there, he got him to he helped him to an 8th place finish. And obviously now they're 6th in the Championship. So that goes to show just quite how big this
we're destined for that. Yeah. Cheers, bro.
So I think what I'm trying to say is it is a lot bigger, I think, than some fans taking notice of. I think losing someone that can, people are going to say, yeah, we signed Welbeck, yeah, will he sign Lallana? People who say that, I'm sorry, you don't know ball, mate. You really don't. If you think that's what Dan Ashworth has done in his time, then seriously, you should probably read a book. But I think now, it just puts it's the project now. It puts the pressure on that project. I think, do people need to panic? I think there's a reason to. I think if you understand sort of your directors of football, yes, you'd be in a panicky situation. I think it's. I don't doubt the fact that we've got a shortlist, but are we realistically going to be an attractive European?
I think we will, though. I think we will be attractive enough for
attractive. Yes, but are we going to be able to compete with the Newcastles of the world? No, I think that's the only reality check we probably need. But I just think it's going to be very big because of the large majority of everything that I always praise in this podcast, on YouTube videos, on any other podcast I've been on. I always say Ashworth is the key reason, or at least one of the biggest key reasons as to why we're in the position we are. You look at where the club was 2019 prior to that. We were spending 15, 17, 20 million pounds on players that were unproven in the Eredivisie. We were going abroad and signing absolute junk. And since he's come in, we've signed very, very, very good players. And the only trouble is now, does he now take Potter with him in the near future? Does he try and take away some of our players? Yes, there'll be. Yes, there'll be. What am I looking for? NDAs signed and everything like that. But you can't stop him from taking someone that's world-class talent, like Tariq Lamptey, for example. So that's where you then. That's another problem that could be in the agenda. But for now, it's replacing him and appreciating, I think, how much he's actually done. Yeah,
just on the replacing thing, Ryan. I think it'll be interesting because we knew about this. Tony Bloom would have known about this way in advance,
a long time ago. Yeah,
exactly. So I think the positive to look at it, like trying to put a positive spin on it, he's obviously known for a very long time. So that means he's obviously, what Tony Bloom's like. He would have been, right, who we're going to get, who's our shortlist, who we're going to, he's probably done multiple interviews by now, like. Guaranteed. He's already or at least put feelers out, spoken to people, had phone calls, spoke to people he think could replace him. And I'm sure we are, in a good position with regarding to a successor and a replacement.
I think I back Tony Bloom to make the right decision. I mean, he's done it for the last 13 years he's had the club. But I think the only trouble is for us is
who's out.
I don't know. I just feel like we're losing Ashworth. We've obviously had Ashworth, Barber, Bloom and Potter as that sort of real
core,
real powerful core. And losing that, if one walks away, you then risk losing, the next one to walk away, which is obviously going to be Graham Potter, who's going to be the biggest in the limelight, right? Losing Potter would put us back to square one. You know what I mean? So then you've gone back to 2018 where we've got Jurgen Locardi, Ali Reza Jahanbash, Florian Andone, etc. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you're pushed all the way back. So that's my only concern. Obviously, I don't expect us to fall down to the champion. That's not what I'm saying. But my point is, the next decision needs to be spot on because we need to have the same or better as what we've had before, and we're replacing someone who's worked with the FA and England setups and revolutionised the FA and England setups. That's the sort of level we've got to be getting now, and that's why it's such a massive thing.
I think on that, it's like who is available, like who who of that caliber is around. Like
I don't know, mate. I don't
know the answer, but I suppose
I know a few, but they'll all be in their
own
own jobs. The Ajax lad has just been laid off, hasn't he, for some dodgy stuff? So
Mark Overmars.
That's the one. Overmars.
He was doing some naughty.
What's he done?
We can't. Can we say it? No. We'll leave it. We'll leave it.
Just allegations, basically.
Yeah, allegations. And just think Mason Greenwood type vibes.
Brilliant.
No, actually, yeah. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, basically, with the whole Ashworth situation, so just to summarise, me personally, I think Tony Bloom will have a contingency plan, in place because of the prior warning. Like, if this had happened like that, let's say they approached him yesterday and he went today, you could be thinking, fuck, like panic stations, what we're going to do, all that kind of stuff. But I feel like with a prior warning, time to evaluate, time to look at, etc., I think, we should be fine. But again,
Paul Barber and Tony Bloom aren't dumb business people. You might question Paul Barber's communications with fans.
Yeah.
Some people might.
Certainly not bad at business.
But yeah, exactly. He's not going to leave us in a shit situation.
No, 100%.
Yeah, I think, like you said, Ryan, trust the club. They will make the right decision. It's just whether.
Yeah.
It's just
it's going to be. Yeah, he's not going to be.
It's the pressure now. It's the pressure because obviously, it's that. I think it's the relationship side of it. It's all well and good saying we can replace someone, but then you've got to get them to settle in and get their ideas in and implement them strategies, and then looking at, it's that whole new thing of, you've then got to get some. And I'm sure there is someone out there that we're going to sign and we say, look, it's a fantastic new signing. But then you've got to get them to get in and work their own stuff. And again, it's a situation that I can't imagine because I'm not in that position. But from what I gather, it's not as straightforward as just getting someone in the door and placing him. It's going to take a big, long process, I think. And I'm sure that
the other main concern, though, like you said, the other main concern for me, I'm thinking, is him picking up Potter, picking up Lamptey, Cucurella. Maybe Basuma by the summer. You never know.
Basuma, it's another one. So
we know that he's inevitably going to go, but he might start picking at Brighton, which is not going to be ideal.
I think the worry is on that front is that he's going to know all of our strategies. He's going to know, and whether it's legal or not to do that, there's going to be ways around things to
loopholes.
There are loopholes.
How much it will cost him for Lamptey.
And he'll know that, and he'll know Tarek Lamptey like his best mate, so he's going to know how to get him. So if he wants him, and that's I think the worry, isn't it? Graham Potter's obviously built a very strong relationship with Bloom, Barber, and Ashworth included. Why wouldn't he go to a place where he's going to potentially win the Champions League?
Dan Ashworth was the one that brought Potter in the first place. It was
there you go.
He's always been in his mind. He said, didn't he? And I think it was one of his interviews for the club.
It just seems so inevitable.
He's known about him for ages, I think before Austin days. You knew about him, hopefully, but he doesn't get.
I do fear that. I think it isn't even my biggest, because my dad's not shut up about it for the past 3 weeks even. He keeps saying, Ashworth and Potter will go Newcastle, and fair play to him. Ashworth has gone, and now that Ashworth's gone, I do really do worry that Newcastle.
I think we can buy our time though. We got Eddie Howe will be there maybe like a year, 2 years. Surely.
Hopefully gets him relegated.
He won't get out the door
That's the thing. Because you're right, Ben. Because think about it. If he keeps Newcastle up, they're going to be like, he's unreal, great, amazing. So he'll get another year. But if he gets relegated, they're like, well,
I don't think Ashworth cares about all that, though. I mean, you saw it with Knockhart. He was one of our best. I think he was top assister that season, wasn't he? Sold him straight up, got rid of him.
Yeah, true.
And Done as well had one bad game, sold him. Literally, he doesn't care. I don't think he will care about relationships or past. And he'll get rid of him. Houghton, another one, got rid of him completely. Ashworth come in, Houghton's gone. Because he won't care.
Because how will the Geordies react? Like, let's say Eddie Howe does keep him up.
How did everyone react to Chris Houghton being sacked? Everyone was fuming. Everyone was like, "This is ridiculous."
But but not internally though. Not as the club. I don't think a lot.
No, but then everyone on a business side of Newcastle would understand why you'd want to get rid of Eddie Howe for Graham Potter. I mean, it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
No, of course. So of course they'll be happy.
You know what I'm trying to say? He don't care about past legacies. He'll just get rid of him. Yeah. He will, and that's what he's done to Brighton. And I think he'll do it at Newcastle.
I mean, you make very valid points. I'm not disagreeing with your points, but I'll be very shocked if they did that. Go on, Ben.
Is that obviously if they do get Potter, then Potter's going to have to start again and build a whole new teach all the players again how to play his way of
with
football.
£300 million in the bank.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. That's why it's not impossible. Treble your wages, 300 mil. Have a Champions League winning side. Why wouldn't you take it? That's what I'm trying to say to you guys.
Yeah, completely forgot about the whole money.
That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. Yeah. They won't care that it's dirty money. They'll take it in a heartbeat. I would take it in a heartbeat. You'd take it in a heartbeat. Of course you would. You'd be silly not to.
No, of course.
I don't know if Potter would. No, I don't know if Potter would. Obviously, I think Potter really likes the fact that he's got with a chairman that actually cares with the club.
Ben, put money in front of anyone, like
anyone.
Yeah,
mate, I'd join Crystal Palace for £70 million flashing in front of my nose. You dumb? Of course I would.
You're finished. You're finished.
Who wouldn't, man? Are you going to want to? What you want to take £1 million to spend to work with Brighton?
Talk Brighton.
70 mil to go to Palace. What are you going to do? Of course you're going to go to
Brighton Palace page is going to clip you up.
Well, he can go for it because I'm not being funny, mate. You'd take it in a heartbeat. You'd take it in a heartbeat. Of course you would.
Right, final question, boys. No, sorry. This is to the people listening and watching. What are your thoughts? We want to hear from you as well. So in the comments or however you can sort of communicate with us, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, let us know your thoughts. Yeah, is Dan Ashworth? Lashworth,
more like Cashworth.
Yeah, Cashworth. Will he be as big of a miss as maybe we think or some of us think? Let us know your opinions in the comments down below or tweet us, whatever you want.
I can quickly show you. So I done a poll on Twitter how many hours ago? 2 hours ago. So I said, how are you all feeling about it? So 7.3 people said good riddance. 38.2% said fine without, we'll be fine without him. 44.9 said slightly worried. And then 9.6 said we're doomed. So it's a mix between fine and slightly worried.
Yeah, it's a nice little mix, actually. Anyway. Interesting. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. So, final one. Two final things. So, quickly, we're going to do January window roundup. So, the people that came in, the people that went out. We're just going to quickly give our views on that. So, Ben, do you want to kick us off, mate?
Yeah, just a quick, like 6 seconds. So, really happy we kept Lampton Basuma. Brilliant. Gutted about Nkiso, but then I found out that he's money driven. So, that's all good. Apparently, he wanted to get his money paid through Paraguay, so that it would be like less tax.
It's a bit dodgy.
A bit dodgy, yeah. And then he was like, "Fuck it, I'll go to the MLS because they'll probably." Yeah.
Welcome to dealing with the South Americans.
He's going to go to the MLS, although he did just score a hat trick in his most recent game, which is a pain. So that was actually disappointed with that because I was really excited about him. Undav, first I was very, very underwhelmed. And then obviously even still knowing about how good his goals and assists were and all that stuff, I'm questioning the level. Yes, you're going to say, well, Trossard came from Belgian League, but Trossard's taken 2 years, 3 years to finally become consistent in the Premier League. We need something from now. I was thinking we were going to get something for now, but we didn't. Again, let's hope. I think it's crossed. Obviously, I'm going to back him. He looks like Mopé. He's a shithouse as well. I'm actually buzzing to see them play together. It'll be fucking quality. Also, he's got a celebration. Brilliant. Love that. It's going to be great to see them two play together. And I really hope that he does do well. And obviously, again, it'll be unbelievable business if for a £6 million striker, he flies basically in the Premier League. Yeah. Hopefully he can do it. And that's me done.
Great roundup, Ben. I love that. Nice. Ryan, what's yours? What's your thoughts on the January window?
I mean, you can check it out on my YouTube channel. I think probably a decent business, not too bad. I think the people we've signed are all right. Sarmiento, obviously, on a new contract's good. Shame to not see anyone in at the minute because you would have wanted to see a bit of. I think we're light in defence. I think we're light up front. I still stand by that. Not going to change it. But yeah, I think the players we've signed in Dav, as you say, looks exciting. I can't wait to see him. But yeah, we'll see. All exciting for the future, but no one for now. But I suppose that's Ashworth's old thing.
I think that's the perfect summary. I think it's like. Yeah, we're looking very good for the future, but right now we are a bit thin on the ground, so to speak. But yeah, just my little 2 pence on the situation. Yeah, I thought all in all, can't complain. Was it 15 million for Dan Burn? Great bit of business.
Yeah, Burn gone as well.
Can't complain about that. Obviously, good bit of business. And then on the Undav one as well, Ben. Yeah, I echo your thoughts. Like, he does look great. I know he had this stat of being the most productive striker in Europe at one point as well. I think above
goal contribution.
Still is, since the beginning of the 21-22 season.
He scored again the other day, didn't he?
Yeah, he scored two. He scored two. Last game, but look, I still question as well. Yeah, the quality of the Belgian league is very different to the Premier League, and I know again, like you said, Ben, Trossard, and all the other Belgian players that come over. Yeah, they can come good. It's just I don't know. Again, I haven't seen that much of him, to be honest with you, but I just question, can he do it in the Premier League? That's going to be the massive question mark over him. But all in all, like we've said, Great for the
and
future.
also, lastly on
But
Nkiso,
nothing
I'm
right
obsessed with him, clearly. I think it would have been, looked like quite an expensive deal, didn't it? It ended up being like £9 million or something like that. And then when you question if we did get him, what would that mean for Jeremy Sarmiento? Like, it would probably maybe block him out. So maybe,
I mean, we'll soon see him, won't we? Because he'll be playing in Newcastle probably next season. So because they won't care about the taxes, will they? They're dirty money. So
they're probably paying through Paraguay.
But yeah, there we go. Right, that is our roundup of the January transfer window in less than 2 minutes. Anyway, 3 minutes. Next, 3 minutes. Right, and then final one, boys. Of course, we have got Watford in the Premier League.
Boy.
Back to business. We're chasing that.
No, let's not take
Conference League spot. Europa Conference League spot.
Oh yeah, Roy.
Big Roy's in there as well. New manager.
How funny was
boys?
Sean Dyche's reaction? Did you see him when he was like laughing? He was like, "What the fuck are you still playing doing it?" It's basically like when he was literally like pointing at it, kind of laughing. He was like, "You again? Like, you should be retired by now." Isn't that weird? Like, imagine if your manager was 74 years old. Like, he's 10 years younger than my
He
grandpa.
does seem a bit old now for it, doesn't he?
I don't know. I find it quite weird.
It's my famous last words when he picks up a 1-0 win against us. He does seem a bit too old for it at the moment.
I wish him all the best. I hope he's really, really healthy. But like, surely at that age you start forgetting things and
stress levels as well.
Getting it, yeah.
Where's the
really
team
weird
sheet?
having like an old.
Where have I got the team sheet?
Roy, you've put Ben Foster up front again. Oh God, sorry, I thought it was. Whoopsie.
Whoopsie. That was quite good. Yeah,
that's good impression, you know.
Right, back to the point.
Back to the
Watford.
Real analysis.
Watford. New manager bounce. That's very possible. I know they drew against Burnley, but you know,
what a cracker!
It's not the most what's it called? Heartening of performances for the Watford fans.
No.
But I mean, look, it's a new manager bounce. Maybe they're going to have players coming back as well. I don't think is Ismail Assar going to be back in time from the AFCON. I don't know if he's going to be back because he's very good. He's a great player.
He's probably on the piss right now, isn't he?
Well, yeah.
He's Cameroon, isn't it? Actually,
no, he just won. He won with Senegal.
Oh, is he? Oh, he's Senegal.
Yeah, Senegal.
Cool.
Yeah. They just won the trophy.
Yeah, hopefully he's on the piss. Yeah.
Him and Mane are just absolutely having fucking two Swifties, mate.
Love that. How's you want him?
But hopefully he's not back because he's a very dangerous player for them. And of course they got Dennis. He's a great footballer. Scored a fair few goals, so he could be a potential threat for us.
I was going to say their attack is very good. It's just their defence is poor. And that's obviously why they brought Roy in. Our defence looked poor against Spurs, and if their attack plays well like they can do, then it's not going to be straightforward as some might think. I like João Pedro.
He's a great player.
They've got
players to hurt us.
It'll be up to our defence our defence needs to be bang up for it again.
It's okay though because they won't really get much of a chance to attack under Roy, so we should be all right. It's just whether we can break them down.
It's whether we can break them down. Yeah, exactly.
That is actually with Roy Hodgson. I mean, we always struggle against him because we can never break him down. That's the only worry.
Yeah, he's got experience playing against us, now.
Yeah, he likes it. He likes to just low block it and 75% possession and 30 shots conceded to them. So, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, a bit of a. I mean, we need to bounce back, don't we? Because we weren't good enough against Spurs. No one was good enough against Spurs. So they've got to be up for it now. Prove the fans wrong, I suppose, based on that performance. Hopefully we get the Hyper Turk back on and prove it's still a magical kit, even though we've now lost in it. I know. It's a bit. It just doesn't have the same ring to it anymore, does it?
Someone actually tweeted that. They were like, please don't put us in this Hyper Turk because I feel like we're going to lose. And he was definitely right. Yeah, and again, Matt, you're going to like this because you love it when I talk about FIFA. Even for I know this is not on topic of Watford, but even when I used to play against Spurs in my FIFA career mode, I would always be like, well, I can't use a blue and white because that'll clash. The yellow kind of clashed as well, and the Hyper Turk did clash as well. I did kind of think that when I was watching the game, it clashed a bit, but don't know, maybe it should be.
I didn't really think about it.
I had a few bits.
I thought it was alright.
Yeah, you had a few beds, so you probably struggled.
Couldn't tell.
Back on. Obviously, it's going to be Roy's return to Wickeridge Road.
Wickeridge Road.
Yeah, that'll be. That'd be quite
look, I'm not going into it because of the performance on the weekend, and also the fact that they got a new manager, the new manager bounce. We saw that with Gerrard and Villa. They obviously benefited from that. So I'm thinking, will history repeat itself in that sense? I'm not saying it's a straightforward, but my heart says no. Is it my head? My heart. Anyway, I think we should beat them, but I'm worried. That's basically my synopsis of the game.
That's fair.
Yeah,
we've got Man United straight after, haven't we? We've got them on the Tuesday.
Yeah, the Tuesday.
Yes, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
which is like late kickoff, isn't it? Yeah. So I just random thought because
because they're playing.
I was just
might affect the team sheet. You never know, right?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that's what I mean.
But anyway, just finally as well on Watford. Actually, looking forward to Watford because I thought our starting 11 against Spurs was actually obviously minus McAllister and Trossard. So whether those two come back in, if they do come back in against Watford,
hopefully they do.
I think that team is very, very strong. Like, put McAllister and Trossard into that starting 11 with Kukurea on the left and Lamptey on the right with Duncan Webster and Sanchez in the back. I think that's a very, very solid team.
If Duncan Webster can play, it's just whether they can get themselves.
I think it's a one-off. I think it was a one-off. I think
Potter obviously thought that the March and Kukurea thing worked against Chelsea. And he probably thought it'll work against Spurs, but
he tried to double down on it. It didn't really do anything. It wasn't very effective at all. No.
Maybe Conte expected that as well.
Ben, predictions, go.
Oh, shit. Way at Vicarage Road last time. I can't remember what was last time.
What was last time? 3-0, wasn't it?
Was that the last time we played him?
Yeah, that was the last time at Vicarage Road. Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, yeah, 3-0. Love that. It won't be 3-0. Maybe 1-0. 1-0 Brighton.
Okay.
1-0 Brighton.
Yeah.
Brian?
2-0. 2-0. We're not going to concede to Roy's team. No, not going to happen.
I'm going 2-1, so I'm going to say we are. Just because of our shambles, shambles of a defence.
We need Mopé to score again because he feels like he's on a bit of a bound run at the minute. He's not really looking good. So we need a nil goal. I need Neil to be back on it again. A happy nil means happy fans. So
wins all round, just to confirm. All 3 W's.
Yeah, definitely.
W's, right, okay.
Based on that rubbish we watched the other night.
Sorry,
Wobble use as Roy Horton would say. Wobble use.
Wobble use.
Right, boys, listen, absolute pleasure.
Bad,
and before we go, actually, first of all, please make sure you do hit that like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And of course, keep streaming it on Apple and Spotify. We really appreciate every single hit.
If you do that, we'll have to praise you right here, right now.
Hey, love that.
And on that note, we'll see you in the next one.
Love that. Right, peace out. A-Town down.
Peace.